Mounting international condemnation of the civilian suffering wrought by Israel's military offensive in the Gaza Strip has put a spotlight on countries that are the biggest suppliers of funding and arms to Israel's armed forces. By far Israel's largest military supplier is the United States, and its President Joe Biden is coming under growing pressure from Democratic senators to condition future military assistance to Israel's commitment to protecting Gaza's civilian population. This week, Germany, the second largest arms supplier to Israel, defended itself in front of the UN Supreme Court against claims that it was implicated in the genocide against the Palestinian people in Gaza as a result of its weaponry supplies. Even governments that account for a far smaller portion of aid or weapons sales to Israel are facing heated domestic debates and legal challenges over those supplies, with parliamentary votes or court orders putting a stop to exports in some countries. The United States has a long history of sending aid to Israel, stretching back to the 1940s. In recent decades, most of the assistance has been in the form of military aid. In 2016, the Obama administration signed a 10-year agreement to supply Israel with $3.8 billion annually, most of that in foreign military financing grants, which allow Israel to buy American weaponry. 69% of Israel's armament purchases from 2019 to 2023 came from the United States. Additionally, despite Congress has not yet approved the $14 billion in additional funds that Biden has been pressing for, it goes towards supporting U.S. military activities in the Middle East and Israel. While support for Israel once had reliable bipartisan support in Washington, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza has prompted a chorus of Democrats in Congress to urge Biden to leverage U.S. weapons sales to try to change Israel's decision-making in the war. In 2023, Germany approved sending military equipment to Israel valued at about $353 million, according to data from the country's economics ministry, roughly 10 times more than what was approved the previous year. From 2019 to 2023, German exports made up 30% of the arms bought by Israel. German authorities have always believed that supporting Israel is a historic responsibility to make up for the Holocaust. Germany's attorneys refuted claims that their country was aiding and abetting genocide in Gaza during this week's hearings at the International Court of Justice, a UN court in The Hague. They said that the majority of Germany's military exports to Israel since the war's start in October have been non-lethal and have included communications and protective gear. From 2019 to 2023, Italy was the third largest seller of arms to Israel, according to the Stockholm Institute, though it accounted for just 0.9% of Israel's military imports. Since the war in Gaza began, those sales have been a source of contention. Italy's foreign minister in January told reporters that all weapons shipments to Israel had been suspended since October 7. The defense minister, however, told the country's parliament that exports had continued, but only that are previously agreed upon orders. Britain, whose defense exports to Israel totaled about $53 million in 2022, has said it will not suspend those sales despite growing pressure from opposition lawmakers.